Hello, this is Asian Movie Pulse Bad Accent Reviews. I'm Aaron Hinojosa, and today we'll be talking about Resident Evil. Like its Horde of the Undead, Resident Evil won't stay down, and neither will its movies. Such as today's subject, Resident Evil Death Island, a CGI anime film released just earlier this year. Behind the scenes are a couple of faces familiar to the franchise. Makoto Fukami, best known for his work on Psycho Pass, returns from the prior cinematic entry, Resident Evil Vendetta. Meanwhile, directing is Eiichiro Hasumi, who had previously directed the Netflix miniseries Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. The plot of Death Island is as follows. A new strain of the T-virus, a virus that causes monstrous mutations, is discovered, sourced to Alcatraz. Behind this scheme is a man named Dylan Blake who plans to unleash the virus to world-devastating effects. Each on a mission from their respective organization, Chris and his sister, Claire Redfield, alongside Leon Kennedy, Jill Valentine, and Rebecca Chambers, team up to stop the spread of this infection. Having cut their teeth on the Netflix show, the studio TMS once again animates this production. A few of the models appear to be reused or slightly altered from previous productions. Nothing wrong with conserving resources, but it is rather jarring in one case. Jill's model is ripped straight out of her newest game. A game that takes place 17 years prior to the events of this movie, meaning the character appears no older. The reasoning for her unchanged appearance is that the virus in Resident Evil 3 slowed her aging, but it comes off more as an excuse. The least they could have done is change her hair a little. Otherwise, the models and environments look great with fine textural details. Complementing this is the precise, sharp rendering that characterizes the presentation. The color grading marks another positive of the visuals. Historically, each character has had a certain color associated with them throughout their many interpretations. This movie highlights this. The saturation of their clothing stands out from the background, which also helps to distinguish who's who in the action. But the lighting is the real star of the presentation. The lights and shadows hit models in both a natural and visually intriguing manner. Beyond image, the film features action that varies in degrees of entertainment. The adrenaline peaks when characters acrobatically dodge and swoop around a set piece. It's hard to keep your eyes off the explosive motorbike scene. But simple aim and shoot encounters with zombies amid the second act are drab in comparison to what the film offers earlier and later. Lastly, there's the story. The tone has a proclivity for the melodramatic. This is particularly seen in the operatic villain with a world-shattering plan and latter cheesy heroic dialogue. Perhaps this may have worked better in the series years ago. However, the games of recent have pursued a more grounded, believable approach to their writing. So in the face of the franchise's current direction, it's out of place. But the script is not without its positives. Its several characters allow for meetups and interactions never explored until now. Featuring an ensemble cast, characterization is key. Thankfully, the personalities are accurately adapted from their in-game portrayals. This brings me to the highlight of the narrative, Jill Valentine. Jill suffers from guilt over a previous mission during which she was brainwashed to fight against her comrades. This event occurred back in 2009's Resident Evil 5. To stress that once more, a plot point established in 2009 makes ripples in this 2023 movie. A 14-year gap. When a franchise has expanded to the degree Resident Evil has, certain events may become smaller in scale relatively. Thus it's important for media like this to dig into past plot points to build on top of. It not only strengthens the cohesion of the world, but validates extensive fan engagement. And that's just speaking on the movie's most important callback. The movie carries off of the sequel tease in the prior movie and alludes to more events from the games. This attests to Death Island's biggest asset and potential detraction, its audience. Viewers largely unfamiliar with the series will find themselves lost. Fans, on the other hand, will likely appreciate the references and enjoy seeing their favorite characters meet in a new adventure. For fitting a larger audience, the film targets fanatics. And that's rather special. Even if it's flawed, lovers of the franchise are sure to find some appeal in Resident Evil: Death Island.